standards. Now they're coming off of that break, immediately into a 2-0 loss. This is no fun right now for Vitality. They need a dub before they can let themselves smile again. So they're going to be bringing that full force, I would imagine, in against GamerLegion, and I think this is serious concentration out for the Vitality guys.
Yeah, it's full focus from this point forward, right? You want to cruise through the rest of this Swiss stage. You know the competition is fierce in the Swiss stage as well, even in the 0-1 bracket side of things, so there are no room for errors here. You've got to really right some of the wrongs of yesterday here and try and get back on track. GamerLegion looking to get into the swing of things, though. T-side of Overpass start going to be a little bit tricky when you go up against a player like ZywOo. We'll see if he can bring it in the pistol. Already getting challenged here in Connector. Has to run away, setting up his teammate for success here. Romps alongside him. Pistol dealt with by PR. And the pressure from ZywOo has to be backed out and towards the back lines of this site. Waiting for his teammates to get involved here. Great flash from Apex. Looking to seal up this site.
Okay, ZywOo bringing a little bit of action to bear here. We know he's more than capable, but going to be silenced. Now it's up to the teammates to get the work done. Flamesy chasing. That's the bomb. Dropped down. Can't escape. They were thinking about slipping up Connector, but Flamesy will not be allowing any exits here. This road is closed for construction, and Flamesy's got his hard hat and high-vis vest on, and he's putting in his shift. Actually, they got rid of the high-vis vests, now that I think about it.
Yeah, they're going for a different look there.
Hear me out, with the old highlighter yellows, when they played the highlighter orange VP jerseys, it genuinely looked like a work site.
Just construction.
Some nice work for Flamesy.
Pretty good. Back
collected on the USP.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff there. Like to see the support coming through there from ZywOo as well with the Apex flashes. I mean, really dangerous job from him. Trying to escape. See a lurk smoke there through Monster. Well placed there by GamerLegion. Can make things interesting. They go in for a huge force buy without a bomb plant. Going in for this Tech 9 investment, you got to have some good utility, good execution power. Flashes tossed on in. Flames are going to have to do it again, and Flames are able to lock it down from the backside of the pit. Apex again setting up this utility while his teammates are able to knock it down and getting involved as well here. So these Tech 9s don't get any ground.
This is a very nice start here for Vitality, right? I mean, first off, just to win the rounds, obviously. But also getting somebody like Flamesy started early is just nice to see. He's somebody who, at times, his personal success has gone the way of the team success. It's always going to be the case with a player who, especially on the P side, is initiating a lot of fights and engagements. So it's always nice to give that player a little confidence just off of the first couple rounds, make you feel like you're owning, you know, because you are owning. Always feels good.
Locking him with the FAMAS as well. Not too bad. Tough positions for the side of Vitality to deal with the Tech 9s. That's instantly closing the distance with those guns, but they hold it together. No ground gain, not a single kill on that full force, but it's going to feel a little bit like a sinking feeling here for GamerLegion. As you said, you can get off to some statement starts here when you have these players getting confident.
Interesting that they've got Hypex sitting center console. This is always a conversation that's intriguing to have. Obviously, it doesn't wind up mattering that much, but we have some default expectations for seat placement. Just putting the new guy in the middle so that they can surround him with love and support, I'm sure. Just a wholesome hug of your teammates' positions. Apex is dead. He's been wholesomely hugged to the dome. ZywOo gets a little bit of a trade still. That's a rifle picked up. It's a bit of an upgrade, and it's Mad Deagles out to cause some danger in this round.
I guess it's, you know, IGLs that are very often sitting in the middle.
Yes.
In this case, maybe trying to buck some trends.
It could also be a logic of, I could see this working as an exercise, right? You want your opera to be doing a ton of communication. And so if you're trying to encourage a player who's maybe adapting to the communication of the team, putting them center, letting them see how the flow of words works, might help them adapt quicker. It's a thought. PR was trying to be the point man for the team, found a bit of space. Unfortunately, that space cost him. Bomb plant would be very nice here, but I don't think it's going to be afforded. Lack of armor costing in these prolonged engagements, and now Towson and Hypex maybe just trying to find some damage to chip away at the CT economy, and damage not really going to be afforded to them.
Let's see if I can keep it up. Only a single casualty, some nice deke shots coming through, but we'll get those gun rounds out. We'll see if man sitting center is able to bring out that op there and start to challenge some of these setups. Can be tricky there, as you said, to bring in a new opper. Also, one that was playing in a all Polish lineup there as well. So it's a bit of an adjustment period. You talk about the communication. There's going to be some definitely challenges there in getting adjusted comfortably into the mix here, but expectations are that he can get on track with that very fast. That's kind of the deal that Hypex is entering into this one with. So yeah, definitely want to get him as comfortable as possible. Oh my gosh, Towson can't work through the connector side. Huge tendency on the spam that lines up.
The flip side, though, is if you're trying to get Hypex comfortable and you're like, all right, yeah, no, easy road in here for a little Pro League action. We're just going to have a little mouse and a little vitality. Obviously, they had some other games before that, too.
Right.
Actually work this through, but stage 2, not going to be easy. Hypex, though, brings the action right to Rops. Nice kill found. A lot of damage has been done onto 3 of these GamerLegion players. And Apex, the boost up. Hold on, Nades. Nades could be huge here. They're going towards Monster, anticipating presence there that wasn't. So actually most of the damage off the utility avoided, and Flamesy spotting that clear might be calling this wrong. Look at this. Mezzy's rotating off. They're reading something that's just not reality, and Rez is going to further sell this fake. This is a huge opportunity for GamerLegion.
I got to walk right in here.
Nobody's here.
ZTR with the right read, going to take it for free, and now Flamesy realizing they're in his ways. Flashbang at least to reclaim some long control, so a 4v4 and a chance to work through this round, but the post plant positioning is all the difference here. ZTR getting stuck in is going to be able to cut them off before they get activated.
Only one flashbang to get back into this, so they're waiting till everyone's in position, ready to activate off of this. Presence going to start to move now. There's the flash, dodged nicely by ZTR. It doesn't actually get them that much. So much damage.
Oh.
But you need the kills. And just over the top, they can't quite spot. Now the stall out utility comes back the other way, and time is starting to become a real issue here. Apex flying around the corner, sets up Mezzy. Now they start to crunch, and these players are just so wounded they can't hold strong. Hypex trying to be the hero, dancing with that bomb, but they're on the defuse in time, and so Vitality keep the rounds ticking.
Yeah, ZTR was the only player right there with health, and jumping around his cross, it was the perfect move to deal with him. Everyone else not healthy enough to get the multi-kills to secure that bomb site and buy enough time. So it almost felt like, yeah, just Apex sacrificing his life to try and get the only player able to work in that post. They'd be quite happy with that recovery, considering they gambled wrong, considering they had the wrong idea right there, and still walk away with the round and do so in pretty comfortable fashion in that 4v4. It's pretty stuff.
Just wanted to give him his dues again. Flamesy 7-0 start. Can be a huge lift for this team when this guy is shredding heads. Nice adjustment, by the way, in a recent update, that you actually do count a death when you die to the bomb.
Really?
Yeah, they finally fixed that.
I don't know about
It never
that.
really made sense that they had that for so long, not counting as a death.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I kind of like the bomb not counting as a death, just because sometimes at the end of half, you can't run away from the bomb, and so you win the T round, but then before the side swap happens, you end up dying to bomb.
Yeah, but
that's
you know what?
+1 death.
Who cares? +1 round. Greater than... Mezzy may just say, you know what, actually, I'm going to pack this one in. I'm going to back right off. And I'm going to save.
Got to say, I would really like to see, when I look at ZywOo's economy,
Okay.
I see $8,600.
Large amount of money.
I see that maybe he survived the last round with a rifle.
He did.
But his teammates did not, so he can toss his rifle over, he can buy an AWP. He had that cash from the bank and didn't spend it on an op.
He was playing for the long game. He was leaving in that safety deposit box. He was ready for it.
Oh, +1 death for Hypex, apparently.
You know what's kind of nice? In our insanely digital age, where it feels like everything is tracked and accessible from your phone, I kind of like the romance of a safety deposit box. where like you need a physical key
I'm all about
in
it.
one location, and you gotta go to it, and like maybe you could hide that key with like a scavenger hunt, a crazy mystery. You could leave it in a mysteriously in a will to somebody. Like there's a lot of cool things you can do with a safety deposit box.
It's like
key.
treasure.
It is. It's like just one of these few things. I think the romance of the physical is something that we don't have enough of.
It's like having a digital or not. What's a film camera? Yeah. Just a little bit of extra touch. Maybe the extra effort makes it feel like it's that much more valuable when everything's so easy.
Tend to look very pretty as well.
Yeah, they're cool.
Player tucked in the corner here. Apex, does he get cleared? Yes, but not effectively. Now this one's looking a little better for Vitalite.
ZTR, though, uproots it in the back of connector. Just when you think they've got a little bit of safety, ZTR is still sticking around there. They thought that connector was clear. They thought their path out of this round was running through short. ZywOo with the missed op shot, but again, with his weapon of choice, a lot of different options to defend, and a player that you can trust alone on this A-bomb site.
You'll note that information, right? They're like, okay, ZywOo is on A with the op. We will be going B.
Understandable. And they're really stacking up this A-bomb site. It's only Mezzi in heaven right now. Spin goes in to cause some distractions here, but they're committed, and it's just going to be another situation where you have to play for the retake. Mezzi trying to buy a little bit of time, trying to do some extra damage, but will concede the site. As Flamesy wraps things up with the flank. More of a chance here to make things work, but now he's spotted. Exposed here. HE doesn't go exactly as expected as well. Flashbang going through, and it looks like the Hypex wants to give him a duel. He will rein it in and take their focus in towards Graffiti.
Now they got the time to play off of. There's a kid on Mezzi, but only on Mezzi. And we know there's not one stuck in towards the site, so eyes on that. Flamesy, first opener, Mezzi drop. Kit needs to be retrieved. It hasn't been. ZywOo should be able to pick it up en route, but he hasn't grabbed it. He's just battling here. So time of the essence. And no time, no chance, no kill. It's all Hypex.
Never seen you miss that big against us before!
Sorry, what was that, Ash?
I couldn't quite get that one. I did hear something about ZywOo in the mix.
Never seen him miss those before?
Ooh, that could be it.
Maybe?
Let's see if we get it on the run back here.
You know we hit them, bro! Never seen you miss
You're not
Never
gonna
hit that.
hit them, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hit them, bro. All right, we got a little trash being talked here from GamerLegion down 4-2. I like this. Building some confidence in your young Opera as well, who's just grabbed that op for himself, taking it off the corpse of ZywOo. That's maybe the coolest way to get an op in the game of Counter-Strike.
That is a big pickup right there. High value gun to take out of the hands here, and again, just kind of set some of that chaos. We've already seen the decision here from ZywOo. A little boost action, but sent packing.
Note that ZywOo is glass cannoned in this one.
I again like the priority here of the op, right? I think he could have benefited from it on some of those A plays there that came through with his ability to get those multi-kills, with his comfort dancing in the back of dice. So capable of making rounds happen.
He's kind of the guy who defined the meta of not really prioritizing the op, though.
Yeah, yeah.
In the early days of CS2, of the beginning of this year, rather, of really only picking it up when the money afforded them that luxury. So this is the difference, right? But it's the nature of Overpass. Yeah, you really do like having that Zoom banger.
I think you realized that after that the first A round that they attacked, having that scope is such a luxury. And Ropsy are looking to provide a multi, catches the shadow first and instantly deals with the pressure. Trying to land the trades here. Great flash setup from ZywOo, supporting his squad. As Hypex tries to flush him out of the corner. Won't be able to. The chase down coming through from Rops is good. And Apex with a jumping shot to seal up the A site. There you go. Vitality responded in a big way.
That is one of the fun things about Overpass, is how much you can utility support your teammates across the map, right? Site to site. The verticality of it is just something that you don't get a lot of, right? There's a lot of situations where you can flash from a site towards mid on maps. But B site to bathrooms like this, it's a bit unique.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a important part of the game as well. Here for this map, if you want to control the CT side, flashes over connector when you're in con are so important. So a lot of times that's the job of these B players, is to support your players on A that are getting aggro, getting in the face.
Hero AK here in the hands of PR. Bit of a head ripper for this squad. We know he can be deadly with a gun such as this. But for now, it seems like they're just going to play around on the slide a little bit. Maybe some hopscotch? What's your favorite playground game as a kid?
I like the monkey bars quite a bit.
Can you still do monkey bars?
Yeah.
My strength to weight ratio does not make
Makes it tricky.
Doing a bit of the climbing has helped. I could do some monkey bars, but when I was a kid, you know, you're so light
it was
compared to how strong you are.
incredibly easy. Yeah. When you're a little kid, you can rock that pretty simple, but it is definitely harder nowadays.
It is crazy when you go to a climbing gym and you see a kid just whip up that thing.
Yeah.
Nice angle on the off, trying to create some space here. PR long since gone, but they do at least cause some bits of damage for a round with not too much investment.
ZywOo's just having a bit of a tough time. Whips out the pistol. Does the job. Those are some tricky angles. I hate headshots with the op. Never the place you want to be aiming for. Feels against your instincts. Unless you have a scout. Then you can go for those headshots.
I was a big freeze tag guy back in the day.
Freeze tag, I like kickball. I was a big kickball guy.
Kickball, great. I will say, I don't think I ever mastered the ability of actually controlling where the ball went when I kicked it. You just kind of hit that thing as hard as you can.
punt it, yeah.
Get solid contact.
You punt it, and you gotta run fast. I did get in trouble one time because I slid on the concrete to try and be safe in kickball when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
It was a sweet move. I was safe. But the teachers did not like that one.
How are your legs?
Alright. It was a smooth slide.
Uh-huh. No gravel in the knees?
Yeah, a little bit of road rash. But it's all worth it for the score.
Sometimes you gotta commit. It's like sticking your feet near the flames of a Molotov to try and get an off pick. Nice flashbang. Good utility combinations coming through here for Vitality early. They look to find their 7th round. Rops lost, though. Gonna cause some problems in con.
There's some of those flashes over connector there. Rob's just never allowed to make the escape. He's quickly turned this half into his favor. Started off, what, 0-4 now?
So we saw the incendiary protocol. It was a nice response from Mezzi. This is going to be great. Mezzi acting like he's the solo defender here. Trying to distract from Flames Z. Problem is, well, there were still some Flames Z. And now, it won't be too much of a problem indeed. ZywOo got down Con in time. It's all good. You were hoping that they wouldn't have any more mollies. That was not in the plan. It would have been the
perfect setup.
That's not what you wanted.
Unfortunately, the Flames do deal damage, but what we know here so far is that Mezzi's still able to perform in these anchoring positions, still able to bring those multi-kills. I felt like he was trying to haul his team across the line there on Train yesterday and just couldn't quite bring it on home on the CT side. But Mezzi...
Good. Vitality looking quite good here. Feeling much repaired.
I feel like they're playing with a lot of confidence on the CT side. This is a half buy with Tech 9s in the mix. They're getting aggressive all over the map. In connector, now through connector, now Flamesy is committed. He's not falling away from this position and running a little bit low on ammo without a single kill to be connected. And Robs was pulling through on that flank, but he might not be able to activate in time to deal with the presence in connector. He does find it, though. Threads in the needle, and again, hesitation from GamerLegion going to take them down.
The problem is they didn't want to cross the bomb back over with Rops here, and now they have to. And he's just going to mow them all down. That's the round. They knew he was here. They thought they'd chased him out. They had for a moment. He comes right back, and Rops asserts himself. Could be the ace. No, PR will deny it as the bullet runs dry out of his magazine.
One-way street.
They left the bomb. They left the bomb behind. You need that.
Rats.
Guys, fellas, 10 seconds.
Man.
Fellas, this is not the round you wanted to be saving after time in. This is not the round.
Rest has to find a rifle, maybe?
Get a gun. Rops. Where's Rops's? Rops's? This is not the round you wanted to be saving after time in. This is not the round. Rest has to find a rifle, maybe? Get a gun. Rops. Where's Rops's? Where's Rops's?
It's somewhere in connector, I thought.
Golly, that stinks.
Yikes.
That is not the round you want to be saving. Oh, no. That hurts.
I'm not sure what happened there. A little bit of a collapse. They missed the timing of the picking up the bomb and at least giving it a go. And GamerLegion, again, feeling some of that pressure here. Young team that always has high expectations to be an upset roster. Looking to create some chaos here, but they just can't quite seal it up. Rops, again, who was slow to activate in this game, has exploded on into the server. He is continuing to create frustration, continuing to play active in these rounds here. Connector spacing being a big problem in these mid to late rounds, and unfortunately for ZTR, that's just being a Deagle being brought into this round here for him. He saved in the last.
Nice guy, ZTR.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we know that Rez it can be a huge firepower piece for this team, and often it is. Well,
Oh, goodness.
this round, PR and Taos are going to be taking a bit of a backseat,
boy.
so there's certainly guns available if ZTR could get to them, and he does. Hops that right off of Rez. Says, all right, I'll take that back now.
Jeez.
And at this point, ZTR one man against the world as they have just been annihilated.
This is off the back of the Ash timeout, right? This is the last thing you want here. If you're a GamerLegion,
Oh, wait, hang on. Headshots lined up. ZTR puts the pieces together. He's taken what looked to be impossible and made it improbable. But ZTR still a man against the odds. And it's Mezzy, the next one he spots, so information given up. But ZTR knows he can't slow, can't let them adjust. Fighting through the wall. Desperation leaves him out to dry.
Had an open A bomb set, obviously doesn't have that register, just goes trying to take the fight where he knows his opposition can be. But again, off the back of this timeout, off the back of a little bit of a breather here, this is what happens. Flamesy, instant double opener, more activity out of ZywOo, and everything coming up Vitality's way. They're going to be incredibly happy with the way that one worked out. Complete shutdown of the game plan. Vitality giving GamerLegion no option. Last round of play here. ZywOo continuing to take full space on this A side. Knows there's another one around the corner. Dancing. Avoiding his op scope so far. ZTR able to thread in some aggression, and Hypex walks through the smoke just at the right time to save his teammate.
That might have been a little too much confidence from ZywOo, but you like to see it. You like to see it when you're having the hot hand like this. If anything, we often criticize ZywOo for being too reasonable, too disciplined, not showing us the flair. That was bold, to say the least. Let's see if it costs his team a round.
Well, it's the luxury here of playing with this squad. When ZywOo does fall, there's so many different pieces to pick up here. Flamesy still looking like the hot hand. Apex might be the one, though, that has to do it in this round. They're thinking about taking the space here, and he just gets caught by Towson. Walking up long. Turn that corner into a bit of a lackadaisical duel. And Mezzy on the scene. Can he lock it down on this A side? Gonna need to bring in those massive multis. So much damage being done there, but no kills provided. It's just gonna be Flamesy and the 1v4. GamerLegion could find themselves a third.
Unless Magic Man out the smoke, straight to death, making no wasted time in that. A third round to try and mount their defense off of when we come back.
sun. I'm scared of nothing. Quit. A force to break. That's a risk I'm ready to take. Glorious and made to man's no lies. Never to be undone. Everywhere I see the clear sky. And I know I'll never be a no one. I'm ever rising, uncompromising. You're gonna see a smoking gun. A force to break. That's a risk I'm ready to take. Glorious and
Slimsy seems to have donated over the extra weaponry. Got themselves a nice first half. But it's T-side now, so it's back to being the sacrificial lamb in some of these spots.
Does seem that way. The double P250s. You can see that they're looking to take some fights at range and hope that GamerLegion will apply. Right now doesn't really seem to be the case, though. Very passive positioning. Some jump spotting on B. And that leg muscle's working in, and ZywOo able to open things up under res.
You could say ZywOo. The spirit of the French is in you.
Yeah. A little ZywOo.
That's why you give him a P250 and let him buy armor. C'était le ZywOo. Hypex might need to repel the spirit of the French right now. He's got a little bit of a spot. They've overlooked him, perhaps. This is a chance for a bit of a backstab. No eyes gone his way. Now they've spotted. Okay, element of surprise gone. Messi very quickly dispels any thought that that might be a problem. And the burst of players back over the dumpster find themselves tossed in the trash. It falls to PR. Gotta smoke. Made some footsteps here in the bank. And they're not letting him cash any checks in this one. And Apex is back to shouting, which is a very good sign.
That's right where you want them right there. You want to get it loud in their face and making sure the opponents know. We saw a little bit of that from GamerLegion when they got on the board there. We're able to spring into action on that T side, but right now it's been all vitality.
I was very concerned. In the first half, they went up like 4-0, and I didn't hear any trash talk coming out from Apex. I was thinking, is he sick? Is he unwell? But no, just business. Business-like. I wonder how important this one is.
Got to build a healthier lead. You know, build up a little bit of insurance here. First things first, before you start.
Oh, this is interesting. They might want to go for the aggression here. Robs is stuck in. Apex is pulled back around to address Monster, so there's a huge chance to punish Robs early on, and that's, well, what's going to happen, but Robs makes it difficult for them.
I mean, he just heard a massive amount of aggression right there. You got the player spamming the wood wall, causing the distraction, while two players chase you down. No one on Vitality in a position to strike, though.
Yeah, they didn't have any positioning towards A, right? So they don't know if it's safe to go up con. Can't really read and react too quick, and especially that the nature of Overpass is that you can assemble those stacks and then move them so quickly on the defense. It is the real power of this map, especially in these limited rounds like this for GamerLegion, is that you can just reposition these pieces all around the board. Might be getting caught a little bit out of position now for this B defense, anticipating that they would have moved off seeing that stack, and Vitality have not taken the bait, but likewise, they're still making this very challenging indeed, and now the kills start to stack up. Rez is next to follow, and Hypex with just a scout. Can't really see a window where he gets back into this, and Apex will give him the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Fearless right there. Connection for the close, and that force spike gets completely shut down, right? I mean, I like the vision rolling out there for GamerLegion to collapse on the short side, do so as a unit. I mean, you mentioned Vitality not in a position really on that A side to take any space on back. What they do is, as soon as they open up those doors, They're ready to enter into that bomb site without any hesitation. Everyone on Vitality having the buy-in here. Even though, you know, they enter into this tournament off the back of a break, and they do so with a tough loss. Still the fate that this roster can bounce back, and that's what they're showing here on this map of Overpass here. The map pick rolling out as well for GamerLegion, of course.
That is a key detail here. We're going to Dust2 next, and Vitality have had a lot of fun on that map. When they get to flex their firepower, when they get to have a lot of fun making the individual plays and reads.
Getting a little force buys for maybe the remainder of this one here. Apex just destroys Hypex out of the gates.
And I mean, we can see this is a stack up, right? Especially with the nature of that force buy. If Vitality start gobbling us real estate towards A, we may just see a situation where GamerLegion lose their appetite for the round at all.
Who's the better Pex? I mean, I guess it's Apex in this one. Took down Hypex.
Apex over Hypex?
Yeah. Apex just had to answer that question real quick.
It is always interesting with younger players when you find out where their name comes from, because sometimes it is inspiration of somebody that they watched. Just adding that X on the end. Nice little move. Good flashbang door pop combo. Even if he had found a blind kill, would have been nigh on insta-traded. Nade does exactly that. ZTR setting up Towson, but Rops overruns this just too damn quick through the smoke. Check his settings, because Rops is tearing GamerLegion asunder.
Oh, just saved him from walking into that stack right there. Breaks it on down with a stray bullet while he's on the run. Connects onto the headshot. I don't even know how ZywOo found that kill. 3 teammates right in front of him and still managed to make it work.
Nice.
And again, Rob saving them from a very dicey situation. Apex quite happy with that one. It's going to be 4 from Moses and an A1S. Limited utility, GamerLegion grasping at straws here for the CT side.
Desperation. Just never able to show us what the real plan was on this CT. They're trying to go for this boost. Rops has already passed it, and Towson is gone as a result. Just that extra second of hesitation allows him the room, and Rops is always going to capitalize. The player has slipped out towards the barrels. Goodbye. One more. Okay, it's over. It's over. I'm willing to put a stamp on this one. Rez is worried that there's a guy in con, and well, that's not the biggest of his fears. Trying to clear this out just so Hypex can get involved. That bomb's going to go down. This is pure desperation, and Rez won't even get to think about it. Demolition. As Rops is hungry for blood, and he continues to whet his appetite. Hypex position known. Yes, Rops lost, but there's no world where he gets back to this bomb, much less does anything about it. Vitality are back. Take command of Overpass and show that yesterday might have just been a blip on the radar.
Yeah, we get the reality that we were a little bit nervous for GamerLegion, right? They have to walk on in here to Pro League.
They'd be hoping for. Now it's Dust2. How do we feel about Dust2 for GL?
I mean, like you said, they didn't actually have a full gun round. They never really gave themselves a chance to get all the utility out, anything of that nature. So you're going to have to look towards the CT side to maybe lift off, get things back underway here. Maybe Hypex with a little AWP action to try and challenge the free fire that ZywOo was having in that first map, as we'll get our answers here quickly. Maybe a pistol. Maybe start off with a bit of a statement, get your head in the game here. But good news is they did have themselves a nice long breather in between maps to try and right the ship.
Inhale, exhale, Ash-led yoga session. Quaddies here in the lower tunnels. This tunnel is full of pistols. So many of them going for a little high-low stack here. There's a little high-low on the other side as well. This Flamesy seems to have the same idea. Flashbang to enter. Nice kill onto the one. ZywOo, does he want to commit into this fight? He does indeed, and he will come out on top. So, Quaddy setup. Kind of run off the road here. PR leaving himself just a teens exposed for a moment. We'll think better of it. They give ZywOo doolies. The dually master himself.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous.
Can't be giving that man doolies.
Can't be giving. It's like giving back in the day, giving a Krieg over to a CT side, man. It just was over. The half was over.
What an
now,
interesting meta that was.
This pistol round very well could be, but not in the worst of positions for GamerLegion. Got a quick rotate in middle. Got some good utility also being tossed out in res at range here. How do you close the distance on this guy?
He's got a lot of tools to work with, right? Nade gonna go out. That's gonna soften players up. Very chunky indeed. Flashbangs out. Now ZTR putting shots through smoke. Collects on one. Now we've gotten straight into a brawl. ZywOo dancing around the edge of that smoke, though. Here's those aforementioned dualies, and he is punishing them for it again and again. You let me get them pistols, and I'm gonna take 3. Bomb down. PR. What do you have to show for us? The bomb is not actually down. I have lied. Oh. Drops. Takes that lie and runs with it.
Bomb not necessary. Right there, just a win through eliminations.
Is a fake plant really just a lie?
Yeah, it is.
Why are Counter-Strike players so deceitful?
That's a good question.
All I do is plant bomb and lie.
Nothing but deception, man, for these players. Turns out a bit of a useful tool, as is the dual Berettas on a pistol.
Well, if you were hoping GamerLegion were going to have an easier start to this one, keep hoping, I guess. There's a force buy.
Scout and play. Hypex does have the scope. We'll see what he can get away with here. Already spotting some contact as GamerLegion getting very shifty in the positioning, trying to set up for early long control. They establish it, they get the smokes down, they get themselves forward positioning, and they do have time to spread out now. PR maybe getting caught there and tucking in towards the cubby. You do anticipate that Vitality are going to look to use a little bit of that utility that they have to flush these players out of position.
Res PR combo. Not a combo anymore. Not even a wombo. Not even a one bow. There is no bow. No one going on over here. Towson. Too many things to cover. Too many things to look at. He gets the first, the second as well. Towson nearly picking up 3. That was very nicely done in an impossible situation. It doesn't...
Oh my god.
Really tip the scale, but that kill onto ZywOo does. Things are getting downright interesting. Massively out of position, but the opportunity is ripe. So, GamerLegion, you just don't trust the target. And I can understand that. It's probably the smart call. But golly, they gave themselves a chance.
Yeah, Towson, man, just such a challenging spot right there. Nearly finding 3 rate with the MP9.
Even if he killed 3, Robs would have been out to trade it.
Mm-hmm.
But then...
Not bad.
Very nice.
Those bodies stacked up right there in the same position.
Ooh, synchronized swimming?
That's coordination right there from Vitality.
Hear me out. That kind of looked like... shrimp in that position? Are you...
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, shrimp.
It's like a shrimp cocktail of T players.
He just, like, perfectly lined up there.
Need some horseradish sauce. Dip them in. Can I get a spicy
What sauce?
cocktail sauce with the horseradish?
Ooh.
That's what you have shrimp cocktail with. Cocktail sauce.
Is that what cocktail sauce
Yeah, it's
is?
horseradish and a little like tomato sauce thing.
Okay, well, I do like that.
You want it nice and spicy.
I didn't know it had horseradish in, though. That's like figuring out that, you know, something's healthy for you.
I don't know if horseradish is
Got
healthy.
like
for you.
spinach in the smoothie, and then all of a sudden it's like you're not as much of a
Gross.
fan.
Flamesy eating his vegetables. Looking Popeye strong out here in towards mid. I hit all the headshots because I eat my bread knots.
Are those good for you too?
I'm Flimsy, the entry man. Toot, toot. Out there.
Apex drop the bomb. Is that from Popeye?
What is that from Popeye? You don't know Popeye?
Oh,
What are they teaching these youths?
I never.
What are they teaching kids?
I think Popeye was before your time.
Yeah, but you
What?
gotta have some.
Popeye?
You gotta have some reverence for those that came before, for the history
I
here.
mean, no, I wasn't a big Popeye watcher.
Never seen the golden oldies?
No.
What about
Did watch some Roadrunner.
Looney Tunes? Yeah, you seen some Looney Tunes? The golden age of Looney Tunes?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's kind of
Not
carried
hopeless.
on there. Popeye, not so much.
Well,
about
here's the way
Popeye in
it
the
works,
past?
okay? Here's the way it works. Maybe not super with the times. Popeye has his girlfriend Olive Oil. She pretty much always gets kidnapped or harassed or harried in some way by
Mario.
Bluto. He's a big old brute.
Yeah.
And then Popeye pops a can of spinach, eats the can of spinach. His arm goes pop. He's got a big old bicep. He whacks Bluto, gets Olive Oil back. That's pretty much the plot of every Popeye cartoon, I think.
Oh.
With some variants on it, but that's the basic theme.
Okay.
If you know that, you basically understand what Popeye's bringing to the table, and then it's just fun animation things.
Sounds like a hoot.
And he sings the song, I'm strong to the finish because I ate my spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Because the entire cartoon was actually propaganda from Big Spinach. And that is not a joke.
That's some good funding. I mean, they got their money's worth out of Popeye, I'd have to imagine.
I would like us to bring back product placement for things like spinach. I feel like that's,
We can all get around spinach,
Yeah.
No one's really fighting that message.
Reasonable plug.
Wally, right into the smoke.
Right into your teammate.
Yeah, PR still in the danger zone, and it turns out they will be watching towards middle, but then just catches PR on the aggro. A little bit overexposed now. ZywOo looking for more. Avoids a flashbang. The reaction towards long, just threading the needle for Hypex, trying to get activated with this up. He's not going to be able to escape. Can't make it around the bend. Not in time here. Drop's going to figure out what's going on there towards B. Gets his questions answered. A is fully clear. They've got 2 lurking players, so the save is tricky. That'll help at least. There's just no good options here for GamerLegion. It does feel like the trend is quickly continuing here.
Okay, hold on. Here comes an op. Ooh, nice. That makes the save a whole lot better. Well, that makes it a whole lot worse.
Rez is an opper. We know this.
He can do everything. It's all that spinach. Actually, I think he was talking to Joe Rogan about eating raw fish straight from the ocean.
Yeah, a little bit of the fish oil.
That's what you
Good
need
for
to keep that youth
serving
up.
the youth.
Wherever he's eating right here, it's
die.
it's not satisfying vitality stomachs, I'll tell you that much.
How did he die?
Well,
He could have gone anywhere.
botulism.
Oh boy, that's funny. Hand off the keyboard, maybe. Thought he was safe. Not the case. Either way.
Get a stretch in.
Oh, yeah.
Having a little sip of the old beverage. Towson is a multi-beverage person right now. He just put the cup down for whatever hot beverage he's got.
Yeah.
Gets the water out for a little hydration beverage. He's cycling. Drink maxing.
Yeah. I kind of see that. I'm in a similar boat there. I do like to have multiple drinks on deck. Maybe
Ash
a cold
checking
drink,
the
a warm
notes, kneading the forehead. He's having to go deep into the thought pool here.
drink. Yeah.
Taking a journey in his mind palace.
Haven't really gotten a whole lot going on their CT side just yet.
You have the AWP. That's saved through from the last, so that's going to give you something. And I mean, ideally, if you're GamerLegion here, you want to get like 6 or 7 rounds.
You just baited everyone. He's doing the hand motion as well, guys, just to keep you updated.
Try to keep with the times. Flames eat, nice shot. Rez gone. And this is GamerLegion off of the timeout with that hero op. Off to a rough start in this first map. Round? Off of the timeout? I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
It's all right.
I tried to make one up-to-date meme and my brain short.
That's how it goes. You just short-circuited everyone in chat as well. Clap's not working. Looking to get their follow through there. Flames is on 6 kills so far.
Could be 7.
The op looking to deny that. Just catching a crosshair. I feel like Hypex's scope has been avoided so effectively, but ZywOo gonna moonwalk back into it and collect here. Flamesy down as well. So a little bit of pressure being put onto Vitality, but tapping out PR. They're collapsing on the rest, and just when you think they're in, GamerLegion get knocked back down.
And now it's a different mission for Hypex. It's live, survive, and he knows he has to deal with Rops to do so. If he can't kill Rops, the pinch is going to come through. The chances of the save, minimal. So he's hoping that Rops will check the door.
You're rocking with the...
Chance to slip. Mezzi's the problem now.
Oh, we should be able to find him.
Mezzi is the problem. Rops coming back to it.
Oh my god! What?
Not through the box. All right, Hypex. It won't help you save the op, but it does give some style.
How do you even do that? He didn't even see him. He just muscle memory.
Sometimes you just got to click, man.
Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots, you don't quick scope.
Yeah, you know what? That is kind of, I feel like the very quick like flicks out of Hypex are what I've seen a lot out of him so far. He can be very flashy. He's been going for it, but he just hasn't really had the connection on some of these, difficult to deal with reaction angles that, can be so effective when everyone's throwing flashes at you. Having the availability to turn your crosshair and avoid the flashes and still be able to threaten the kill is one of the moves that I feel like he's best at. One of my favorite parts about his game, so...
Simply not looking at the flashes.
Yeah. Well, having the sensitivity to turn the flashes.
Flick that thing. Crazy style. Hypex. Looking to flick away and back to. Dodging that flash, I'll tell you that much.
He does not like getting forced off that forward angle. Notice that he had to fight for cat control. Gets pushed on back, and with the limited resources that you have, I think this A side through Catwalk is largely his responsibility. They've gone all in, really, on this B side play. They're not going to rotate out of it, at least not for now. 45 seconds left on the clock, and maybe this deck is all for the best. PR set up for massive success in his position. His teammate jump spotting, trying to draw in contact with EB cleared. He should be overlooked. In theory, he definitely is, but a trade is instant. 2 more to deal with. A lot more than they bargained for on this B bomb site, but Apex finds a massive entry and nothing out of res. 3 players stacked up on the bomb site, and only 2 kills.
Hasn't this just been the name of the game for GamerLegion so far on this map? It's like, got the right positioning. We got time to start to be an issue. We got some things. Oh, no, we're all dead. Okay. Well executed from Vitality. I mean, praise heap the other way. Vitality are looking like the well-oiled machine we know they should be. And they're looking extremely confident when they're taking space, when they're trading each other out, when they're going for these side hits. It's looking good for the Bees. Swarming out the hive effectively, right?
Onto the B bomb site. Yeah, I do feel like... as you said, the execution power right now out of Vitality, well, we didn't have to see it all that much on Overpass. Felt pretty straightforward. The GamerLegion camp was constantly left without utility, without firepower. Here on this map, even when you have the right reads, even when you have the right idea, from the very start of the round, they had 3 players stacked over. The setup was deadly, and you get a single kill. You can have a sinking feeling in your stomach that the firepower right now on GamerLegion just isn't able to reach what Vitality's bringing to the table right now.
Technical clues. Referee on deck, taking a look at what's happening here. Ash writing poetry. You'd think it'd be Counter-Strike strats. It's not. Hymns, odes, haiku.
See, that's another thing. I mean, obviously the tablets in the modern day, different usage that we see. I like a nice notebook.
Classic, classy.
Again, it's just the tangible feeling. I feel like when you write something down, you remember it better.
It's nice. It's nice. My handwriting.
It's on.
Shit.
Yeah, me too. I should be the last person advocating for pen and paper with my handwriting, but it's more so for my brain that I can remember it, not really for anyone else's. But definitely suggest going old school sometimes. Typing can just feel a little bit, I don't know, Automatic.
Automatic. So it's about golf then. Kills coming through, stacking up once again. GamerLegion just nothing, suffocating on these kills.
Ollie.
Down to 3 players already. They've barely done any damage back the other way. It's pressure up the catwalk, and it's all onto PR, who swings into action and swings into a kill. Denies this space, at least for the moment, to Vitality. Smoke up to block as well. And ZywOo adjusting off the ankle, but what? Spins away from danger and into a kill. Now the ball makes its way over towards B. They've got this B control. ZywOo is dead, but Rops is already 10 steps ahead of you. Flamesy dinked up. Flamesy dropped down. PR, no health. An AWP retrieved. He wants out of there.
You don't like the position that they're constantly left into. It just feels like Vitality are running all over the map. Okay, thought he was going to fall. Dead to fall damage.
He's gonna go for this.
He's walking that way. That is going to give them an extra kill, but it is just exit damage at this point. Ops has it in the bag.
Really frustrates Vitality too much. I mean, it's an extra 50 bones for all your teammates, so it's something for GamerLegion. But Vitality are looking at one number and one number only, and it's those 7 rounds out of 7 rounds here on Dust2.
Previously 6.
Matt with the good claps, really taking to the main coaching role. Got to get proper clapping for him when you're standing behind the boys.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, wow. Sent into space.
That's a high dive maneuver.
It's a good vertical.
You don't know it, but there's a pool behind that house.
Yeah?
On Dust2.
He's got some strong liftoff right there.
Looking like a rocket jump.
He needs to be into the dunk contest. They can revive connects, and you would hate to see the HE on res again deal with him so that he can't play another round.
He is backside. Rops does have an aid. It
Please
is
don't do
possible.
it. Please don't do it.
Rops.
Oh my god.
Oh,
there
he's
is.
doing it to him.
Oh, wrong site.
Shallow.
All
Mezzy
good.
has killed PR elsewhere, though, so there's still big problems on for little old GamerLegion. Hypex can be the hero. Can't quite track. ZTR lost. Bodies are starting to drop here. Hypex forced out of position. They've lost long. It's just devastation. It doesn't really matter where Vitality want to go. They're fighting everywhere. They're finding the kills everywhere. GamerLegion just can't do anything about this. They can't seem to impact the round until the save is definitely on. And at this point, Rez, he's thinking, what are we even going to do? There are no solutions right now.
Yeah, this is just a textbook level of play here from Vitality. You are winning every duel all over the map here, and GamerLegion trying to fight for space, trying to fight for control, can get absolutely none of it. You are feeling suffocated out of every round, and somehow it's Rez, the last man standing here, who started off on low HP. Vitality could do no wrong. I think that ZywOo and Rops might have been talking about that HE right there. Everywhere you go, they're just collapsing on the map. And GamerLegion trying to find solutions. They're trying to find answers with the aggro.
This is, I mean, how can you not be this kind of frustrated with the way that this map is playing out? It feels like you have no ability to impact the round, and now Hypex has no head. Decapitated through the doors. They're trying something. Rez is just trying to force an issue somewhere because they know something's got to break their way.
This is absurd there. Another opening. Constant damage being done by ZywOo through the doors. Even them in these deficits early, they've constantly been a man down. Taking some time to shake things off at this point. And hey, maybe you can trust. And 3B defenders. Maybe Towson does something special with that MP9 again. Does seem like they want to head that way, at least a mid to B smoke to feign some presence. And put some threat on in. We'll see if that's the case. Instead, it does seem like GamerLegion's nightmares will continue, and it is going to be into the solo defender PR with a deagle. This is exactly the right target here for Vitality, and
Oh boy.
so brutal, man.
Oh man.
As you do not have to do him like that. Don't even give him a chance to shoot his gun.
I mean, that's merciless. This is just... We expect this caliber of dominance out from Vitality, right? But it was so rocky in that first
Oh my
game.
god!
And now it just feels
What is this?
it can do no wrong. Every shot lands, whether they can see the opponent or not. Towson.
Knifeable? Knifeable.
I don't think... He doesn't even get to Robs! He doesn't even get to Robs! Because Messi's there quicker.
Oh my god! Rez, you better hide.
Our poor observers
out of
right
there.
now, trying to keep up with how quick Vitality are getting these kills. There is just no survival. Brutal.
We made it to the B site.
True. No one's dead. We are 20 seconds into the round. So that's a little bit of a win for the Legion.
It's a huge win.
They have the gamers.
This could be the round.
It needs to be. I'll tell you that much.
Everyone's still kicking.
I'll be honest, I think this ship may have already sailed, but if you're going to try and call it back, this would be how it would start.
Yeah. Why not start now? Avoiding the crosshair so far, but I don't expect that to remain. Look at this little smoke there. Maybe a lurk smoke up the catwalk. Because right now the vision definitely looking like they want to head up mid to B, but just as I say that, some more emphasis put on this A side. The Opper is positioned towards long to deal with any lurking presence that won't come through. So it is going to be riflers that have to defend this A side. That's not the easiest of tasks up against this Vitality camp.
PR needs to get a little something. He has an incendiary, but where do you put that for maximum impact? Here it goes. Effective stalls this out. His head's gone. Okay, absolutely deleted. Never mind. Hypex and pressure. Could flashbangs as well to force him off the angle, so we can't do anything about this. In towards mid. Rez cannot win out that fight. CTR traded quickly. A 2-on-3 here. They gotta go. They've gotta go. You can't keep waving the white flag and backing away. You need something.
Oh!
Even in an advantage situation, Towson blocked off by a Molotov. Are they really going to back off of this one? ZywOo won't let them. ZywOo won't let them. You cannot escape from this man. He's going to run you down. ZywOo is out for blood. And Hypex is just trying to save his op. Oh, ZywOo hears him. And ZywOo is hungry. Flashbang to keep focus out towards long.
He's definitely going to go for the kill.
Why not? There's nothing to lose.
Right.
Everything to gain. Here comes the motion.
It is.
Full out on it. Hypex hears him. And Hypex will survive. So the ZywOo beast slowed down at least for a tiny moment. But all it allows you to do for GamerLegion is save a little bit more. They had no impact on this retake. It's devastation once more from Vitality.
Look at the activity from ZywOo here. And maybe you give him that op save so that he challenges you towards middle in the next round. You won't oblige, though. Hypex rolling it up.
B rushing. They're B rushing.
ZywOo taking a deep scope here towards B. There is not a lot of defensive utility, so if this was a quick motion, inviting them on in, Molly goes out and towards lower. Rez somehow not ticking to that, though. And forces a smoke out instead. Oh my god. Bullet sent right over Rez's head. And he's able to escape, but just barely.
This is the best positioning GamerLegion have ever had in an early round, though, right? They bring pressure in towards lower. It's a heavy tunnels play from Vitality, so they don't really have an easy response to that. It was just Mezzi holding pressure top long. Like, this gives them something to work with. But they're going to have to disassemble it as their own utilities fading, and they don't have a ton to keep refreshing.
Regression.
For a tunnels push, this is huge. Into upper, what can Rops do? Can't find the punish here. Advantage right now for GamerLegion. That's the bomb dropped as well. Now in their control. Now they can start the whole Dominion.
No way.
Surely in this one, but they're not expecting ZywOo to walk through with the tech. And ZywOo just brings utter devastation. He'll be fast on the cross. Hypex is snapped around, that flashbang catches, but not for long. Can't track through the doors. And ZywOo, they finally had some success, Cole. And ZywOo says no.
They knew who they haven't dealt with. They know who they have to deal with now. Slow on the uptick for the motion on in for this retake. Lurk smoke out. And ZywOo still rocking with the Tech 9.
He went through smoke, man. Unreal. Unreal. Flashbang over the lip. They've got to get this retake. There are no other options. Desperation sprays through smoke, just popping bullets off. ZTR's got to get tapped onto the bomb. It's their only hope, and there will be no hope. No ray of sunshine. ZywOo has brought all of the clouds to cover.
Oh my god, just when you think you've got yourself some ground, the bomb was down, you've got the smokes in order. You never expect that sort of disrespect rolling through out of ZywOo, but pushing past the smoke and dealing with the pressure, the two-piece with the Tech 9 to blow the round open and deny GamerLegion any relief in this series. Anything. 18-6.
The absolute domination out from the Woo right now. The boldness being shown. They're going to work as a death ball again. Flamesy's ahead of this smoke. He's a little further up now. Teammates to support. Flashbang to set him up around the lip. Here comes the play. Flamesy can't quite lock it in, but the trade is there. He's built space for his team again, and Rops goes ahead of it to go 1-for-1 fast duel on this catwalk player. Hypex. Again, only to the tune of 1, and it is this ZywOo man who's alive. This man who has just been pure devastation for GamerLegion. But the question is, when does he address long? Gone to the rifle here. There's the tank. Now they know about it. Now they know about it, but Rez has got the kill. ZywOo trying to force the issue, being chased down. Elevator almost makes it work again. But this time, no. 1 round for GamerLegion right at the end. And that is all they'll get.
On up, and it's going to be a quick one.
I have good news for the GamerLegion fans out there. You will not have to watch this much longer. This is just ruthless suffocation from Vitality. Whatever was going on with them yesterday against the Gentle Mates, they have dispelled it.
That's a very big round there, right there, that shows kind of how things have been going. I feel like, ZywOo is an insurance policy. Didn't even need to call upon it. It just looks like everything's going right.
They can do no wrong. That nade didn't do any wrong, I'll tell you that much. Did a lot of wrongs to GamerLegion, perhaps. Hypex.
Oh my god.
41 HP. Well, he won't for long. Everything through the smoke. Everything through the smoke. Every lineup. Every shot. ZywOo at least down to 1 HP, but you gotta feel he's still gonna somehow find the kills, and it's Apex instead queued up. 3 men against the world to even just maybe give them a chance to think that there might, maybe, perhaps, possibly be a comeback.
Per chance.
Probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, they got to get through the the old 5v3 here first.
Oh, Apex.
Walking through the smoke at the perfect time. That's a nice reaction from Towson.
Okay.
But still not leaving them any relief here towards middle. And here in the rotation for Mezzy, a freebie. An instant dismissal there. Another bit of damage. Towson in middle. Doing it all here. This could be the round of all rounds, but instead the bomb hits the floor. And Towson going to need to complete it with the 4K. Going the long way around.
That work, and it's still not enough for Towson. 3 picked up off the Tech 9. And 25 seconds, still an impossible situation where he has to get the kill against a full HP FlameZ.
One more Tech 9 headshot.
From this range, 10 seconds. Has to force the issue. Can't go quiet about this. Has to go. FlameZ waiting for that audio cue. And here comes the motion. An easy spray down on the dropping player. Even those last minute heroics for Towson were just not enough. Today was about vitality. Today was about victory for this squad. All those bad feelings from the Gentlemates loss dispelled as Vitality have arrived at the ESL Pro League.